Bamm Ericsen here with AFTERBUZZ TV for Empire, season 3 episode, Cupid Kills. What's your take on that threesome with the dead?
Ghost threesomes, that's going to be a big topic tonight because I wasn't ready.
All right, let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hey, what's up? You can catch me on all social media at Bamm Ericsen.
Hi, I'm Jill Munroe, and you can catch me at Stiletto Jill everywhere.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Kennelia. Find me on all social media at Kennelia.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I miss Kennelia, and I'm so excited that she's here. You can find me on all social media at I am Stephaune.
Okay, so let's get right into this this thing with Lucious and Andre. So Lucious and Andre are back to being buddies, father and son again. Go figure. And so the assignment is to get Nessa signed.
Yeah.
What is your thoughts on Nessa and Andre literally locking eyes, love at first sight, the minute they lay eyes on each other?
Well, Lucious kind of said that outside. He was like, a black woman to do something, whatever he said
Right.
about black women. All I heard was black women, and I tuned out, and I was like, you're right.
Only a black woman can give you
Fist.
Yeah, he says women can. He says only a black woman can give you soul.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucious has been he's been watering that seed for a little bit, and we've been seeing Andre's got he's got an affinity for little Miss Nessa. She's mesmerizing,
And yes, Andre so happened to marry a white girl, but he's old enough to remember the streets of Philly.
Yep.
So it's not like he's anti-black.
I think he sees himself in Nessa or whatever, just, their humble beginnings from West Philly. They both are talented with numbers or the business aspect naturally. And, there's that connection, that soulmate thing maybe.
Yeah.
I think there's a part of Andre that when he married his wife, who happened to be a Caucasian, which there's nothing wrong with that, guys. We love mixed couples out there. High five.
Stephaune trying to cover his own ass.
I think that was at a certain stage in his life. But think about it though, when he went to church, when he started going to church, he kind of went to a soulful church, and it was very much so
With Jennifer Hudson.
With Jennifer Hudson, it was African American. He was drawn back then to something like that, and I think that's just something that's at his core. He's coming back to his roots.
I can't.
Bamm want to know. He want to drag. Bamm want to drag.
No, because I had a conversation earlier about the whole black men with white women relationships, and you just did something that I was just like, oh, why did you do that? But I'm gonna let it go.
No, we can talk about it.
No, we not.
Because you brought it up to the world regarding his relationship.
Well,
and why do black women do that?
Because I find that people try to, black men in particular, not all the time, try to overcompensate with the introduction to the conversation. Like nobody said anything was wrong with it, but Stephaune went over and beyond and over to say, we are loving in a relationship, blah, blah, blah. So the overcompensation allows for a reaction to what wasn't necessary in the first place.
I feel like I was
Okay,
just...
Jada Pinkett. I felt like I just got low down dirty shame.
No,
we just took a seat at the table.
I'm with Kalina because we didn't say anything. Nobody has ever said that there was a problem with Andre and Rhonda because of her race.
I didn't say it.
And I understand the clarifiers, but we were okay with it. Rhonda was down. She explained herself season 1 why she deserved to have that spot. We've moved on from that.
I think it's a disclaimer we could put out there because we want to be sensitive to everyone's situations, whether that was gay or straight, black or white, whatever it is. It's just a disclaimer. We want to be sensitive.
Okay.
Got it. Check.
But how gangster is the Lucious and Andre collaboration? I love it.
But Andre's always been his road dog. That's always been the one
I know.
to kind of tighten up. So I feel like that's never going to go anyplace because so much of that gangster side is really a part of Andre, probably more so than, Hakeem and definitely, Jamal.
And so we all agree that bringing Hakeem into the mix with Andre to sign Nessa was a stupid idea.
No,
Absolutely.
I thought it was a great idea because of Nessa.
Really?
And Nessa has a connection with him musically. They write well together. And I think she gets Hakeem. She, not in a relationship way, but I think that she's cool with him and she understands him. I don't think that it was bad. I think that it's the full approach, especially since we now understand what Nessa and Shine's real relationship is.
Right. Which, I slightly disagree. I feel like when it comes to the business, Hakeem is always going to be the immature one. So you can't send a boy to do a man's job, so to speak. You gotta let Andre handle it.
Especially when Lucious specifically said watch Shine because he's gonna do anything and everything he can to try and get ahead.
Yep.
And
well, I mean, I hear all perspectives, but when it comes to an artist and you're talking about music or creativity or anything in that space, the way to get somebody on board is not to send the numbers guy.
Right.
You can send them in just to let them know what the numbers are looking like, but when it comes to vibing and feeling like you got a connection and that you can, as an artist, you can really rock there and you can grow and you can express yourself, you gotta send in the artist.
Sure.
Then you hit them with the numbers, dude.
but the only problem is Nessa is the artist, but Shine controls Nessa and
Right.
everything that goes around. So, the papers needed to be signed with Nessa and Shine, and that whole thing of streaming something that was not signed, and then you do the paper. It was not very smart.
I feel like Shine was going to take, just like he set them up when they first walked in the building, and it's like the fake Rick Ross and Russell Simmons were all sitting in the room.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Jimmy Iovine. He was like, is that Jimmy Iovine?
okay, like of all the little
Jimmy
flipped
Ice Cream.
figures.
I don't know who it was.
Right.
She was.
I feel like Shine is just whatever his long-term beef with Lucious is. He's gonna try and set him up and make him look stupid, as well as build up his monetary base. But he's just out to get his clowns on because he still could have handled the stuff totally different. He's getting the numbers he wants, and he's still flipping it back on them.
Now, I do have to bring out my Petty Pablo alter ego, because I think signing Nessa to Empire, I think it's a dumb move, period. I think it's a dumb move. Now, I see where they're going.
On whose part?
On Empire.
Okay.
So the contract goes as follows. So she gets 1.5 million to sign. She gets 500,000 after the first album. She gets 500,000 bonus if the album goes platinum, or if she gets 1 billion streams, whichever comes first. This is the petty. This is me. The petty. She's an R&B singer. R&B
But she
doesn't.
has that Whitney Houston-esque edge. Maybe that's what they're thinking, that they can blow her over to that
She ain't gonna get 1 billion
side.
streams. But I understand.
Was it a billion?
She needs to get 1 billion to get the 500,000 bonus, and nobody goes platinum. So I feel like they're putting her into a situation that is just not viable. It's just it's not gonna work. But I respect them having Nessa on here, because Lord knows R&B music needs to come back.
Sure.
So hopefully this can start a fire for people to get more involved and to appreciate R&B music. But a business perspective, please.
Well, when you think about it, like if you log into Spotify and you pull up somebody popular's page, each song, if it's per song, getting 1 billion streams ain't that far fetched. Because if you go to like a Drake's page or somebody, if you go to anybody's page, one random song that ain't even that good has like 21 million streams. That's one single.
That's Drake. That's on a whole.
But not even Drake.
Okay.
I'm telling you, if a song is like popping, like if you go to Rich Homie Quan's page and you look at like whatever his most popular song is, I bet you the streams on one song per song it's in the millions.
Okay,
so it's really, I mean.
So you have past music experience. What do you think?
I mean, I would have said they need content for extreme stream. They need original stuff all the time, brand new stuff to keep those subscribers in. So from that alone, I think a lot of times, at least back in the day, record labels would sign somebody with the expectation they're going to lose some money on it and just take what they have and then, cut their losses as a tax write-off. So I feel like she's original, she's fresh, she took over their entry concert. Why not? Why let somebody else have what they set up?
I may be a novice coming into it, because it's, for me, I can't understand it. So she doesn't have anything proven, right? So I'm looking at it from an athlete's perspective. So an athlete can have you know, 3 really dope years, like win a Super Bowl, you know, win a championship, but still never get a max contract in the millions until after he's already proven that. And then it's like, okay, now on your next contract, you've earned the right for us to say, here's $1.5 million up front, and you know, $500,000 for this and bonuses and blah blah blah. There's too much bells and whistles. She getting signed for $2.5 million. She ain't sung she's nobody.
Damn.
She's nobody.
Well, I mean, but
how much are they paying? What's her name? Tiana.
Well, the way they describe her on here, she's like a Rihanna. So I'm assuming it's up in that realm.
You
But
think
she's
you're
got
too small with
she's
your
got
numbers.
proven albums.
2.5 isn't really a lot.
It's not, but
Better ask TLC.
yeah.
Indeed.
It's not, but for an indie artist to be able to get the 1.5 and then the bonus. Now, I can even go further than that because we don't know how many more albums and so forth. But I just thought it was interesting. I don't think they should sign her, and I don't think she deserves at least that amount. That's just me. But what do you guys think about this relationship? Do you guys think that Nessa is playing Andre, or do you think that she will fall for him and just allow another man to control her?
I think she likes the Andre represents a very strong black man. I think she's been in sort of that kind of environment for forever. Her brother obviously was somebody who looked after her before passing or whatever that we learned, and coming under Shine, this fits her MO. For me, it was more like it was more interesting the opposite way. It was interesting to see Andre take pardon the pun, a shine to her, you know, and but I do like it. I think it is something that can work. I think Andre's only been lacking one thing in this entire season or this entire show, which is the actual talent. He's never been the talent guy. That's always been an issue, and he even makes mention by saying, you know, if I had your talent, I'd own Empire. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's something that he's always lacked, and so I think that fits. I like the way it fits.
Let's talk about that threesome scene. Open discussion. It was trending all night.
Okay.
I mean, that was wild. You know, you thought, because realistically, Ghost Rhonda was kind of gone this episode. So you're like, maybe the arrest and the pending thing, and Andre seemed to get back in touch with his blackness, so to speak, because he even told Nessa, you know, you're always going to be a black person in this country, no matter your status. So when Rhonda showed up, it was kind of confusing.
Well, it was more confusing on. What is Rhonda in heaven? Like, where is she?
Purgatory.
She's in
The in-between where ghosts don't want to go. She doesn't want to go into the light yet.
Is she not going to the good side? Because she is a savage. Rhonda's ghost is a savage.
I think, you know, it's sort of having her around, though, is leading us up to this closure that's needed. There's going to be some sort of...
She's
hope.
needed with new...
Boo?
Conquest?
Yeah, like you need to. She needs to give like the okay, it's okay, Andre.
No, that was
Rhonda's
beyond
evil.
okay.
This Rhonda is not giving that
No,
approval.
Rhonda was like, let's do it together.
Yeah,
We
this
can
Rhonda
do it
is not gonna do
together.
it.
Not it's first it was it's okay, then let's do it together. I'm gonna guide you through this.
I'm going to. I don't look at it from a ghost perspective. I don't think that's like, you know, like Rhonda's a ghost. I just think in his head,
Yeah.
he is not well, and he is hallucinating, seeing her all the time. So Rhonda could be in heaven or hell. Who cares? She's somewhere. Rhonda don't have anything to do with this whole hang up with Andre. She's dead. You can't. The dead don't talk back.
Right.
This is Andre's. This is all him.
Yeah.
It's because they didn't have a funeral for her.
Okay.
They would have laid those bones to rest. Maybe she would
She would
keep
still be
up
here.
Terrorizing everybody.
Let her go.
Yeah, but I think as far as that sexiness is concerned, I think in his head he needs to keep seeing the hallucination of her to get approval to move forward, because he didn't have any closure. And so because he didn't have any closure, he don't believe in God anymore. I guess this is what he has to result to doing.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if, you know, if, like Stephaune said, maybe this will give closure, Or maybe Rhonda will ruin the potential of him having a great relationship. Because if he still, you can't date somebody if Rhonda's showing up like, yo,
Right,
get it
right.
in. Right, leave me alone.
Where are we going tonight, babe?
Right. You can't. So,
You mess around and speak to the wrong person.
so
She like,
we'll
Right.
see, you know.
Who you? You
know.
talking to me?
He's
or
like,
you-
oh, that's just Rhonda.
She like, this dude crazy.
What's your take on Shine?
Exhibit.
Yeah, exhibits. So is he just too hood to realize that he can't win this battle, or does his street smarts actually help him in this situation? I personally thought the scene where Andre knuckled up, that was one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
He
too.
was like, I got this.
I got
was-
this.
I was
Dad.
standing
West
for that
Philly
scene.
all day.
Yeah.
Back out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is it was great because first off it was super gangster, them two working together, I thought, and then them even referencing The Godfather, perfect. But it shows that dynamic inside of Andre. He is a street kid.
Mm-hmm.
He did grow up in Philly, in the hood.
Well, a
He
little
al-
jail time would do that to you too. Now
That's a little.
he went to the
Lucius
he went
told
to
him,
the
"You're in the
pen.
system now."
He got this much jail time.
He went- he-
No, I think those are in his roots. That's a part of who he is, and he draws on it now.
In my notes, when is Shine gonna die? I just need him to die because
He gonna have to.
if you are stupid enough to walk into Empire with just you and a gun and think that you're gonna beat down Andre because he got Nessa to sign without your permission, and then Lucius is standing there, and then you're gonna pull your gun out, knowing that Lucius is the grimiest of all grimy.
Right.
So
He could have got shot right then, actually. Because typically, in the hood, you don't pull your gun and not shoot it.
Yeah.
Somebody gotta die.
And you can tell that Lucius was really playing with him. When
Yeah.
he hit him, he just laughed. He just laughed like, all right, this is fun.
Yeah.
Where do you guys think this is going as far as now Shine in the gang and the war?
Shine gotta die, like you said.
Okay. Okay, so now let's go to
But now, wait. So what does he sign though? Because they made him sign something.
Oh, so he signed the
signs
contract.
away.
Contract.
He signs
Yeah.
away
Yeah.
rights to.
No, well, because he manages her.
Okay.
He signed the contract for Nessa to be distributed and to be on the label of
through
Empire.
Empire, yeah.
And so eventually, what they're going to do is they're going to move his ass out the way, so that he has no power, no control, and then Lucius is just going to control Nessa through the hands of Andre.
See,
So
if
she's
you're gonna
still
beat a
being
dude
controlled.
down, you might as well have him sign something that says, "Here's your $250,000." Right? That's 10%, or whatever, and this is it for you.
Like a buyout.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a
Like you-
buyout. Yeah, it would
Buy-
have been smart. Or
You can't buy no street
Yeah.
dude out though.
Right.
He gonna be like, oh yeah, and come
yeah,
back.
he's gonna keep
and
popping.
then-
Yeah.
What did he got? But yeah, I guess he got to die either way.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So Lucius goes off on Becky for not having Nessa signed already. Cooker hires Xavier, who has more resources, who Lucius refers to as the Jew that pretends to be black. I've never heard that phrase before.
Oh my god.
There's tension between Becky.
That's a lot of early '90s hip hop. That's the description
Yeah.
when hip hop started.
Yeah.
I think.
Where's this going? There's tension between Xavier and Becky. We don't talk about her a lot, so I thought this would be a great way to have the discussion with her and Javier.
She's getting played,
Yeah.
and her boyfriend first or second episode, whichever one it was, told her they didn't make you A&R, head of A&R. You need to dip. So I'm hoping that this storyline turns into Becky being like, you know what, forget y'all. I'm gonna go over here and do my own thing, because she pretty much got showed by Lucius and Cookie
Yep.
that she's not appreciated. So it's time to go, boo boo.
Yeah.
Now, see, I'm gonna go a different route on that. Episode 2, we discussed her stepping up, and Lucius saying, "You didn't get this deal signed," and she's like, "Well, I ain't the head. You know, I don't like when people say stuff like that. Get the deal signed, prove yourself, and come back like, listen, I
But she
signed
didn't
Nessa.
have
I said,
authorization to give the money.
but,
That's a
but
big
move
part
on
of
it. Move on it. Move
So
on
Lucius
it.
can hit her with the baseball bat.
Or what she can do is she can take actions to maybe get a letter of intent signed
Something.
or something. There's ways
Act
that
like
she
you
can
wanna
do
You
be
it.
the
need a
A&R.
letter of. I mean, I think that with Becky, I think one of the themes for this whole episode was women in between two men. Becky's in between two men now, Lucious and her dude, and I hope she leaves.
Me too.
Because they're not gonna, no matter what, they're not going to respect what she brings to the table there until she dips out.
I think she should learn a lesson. Even if she does leave and goes somewhere else, you need to be a little bit more aggressive, especially in this industry, especially as an African American female. You need to be more aggressive. No, seriously, because the opportunities are not as vast, right? So it's there. Empire is very kind of loose when it comes to how they run stuff. So take advantage. Look like a boss. Be a boss. When they come in saying, yo, what are we going to do about this? You should be like, I already got that signed. And guess what? I got 2 more artists that y'all need to see. And be a boss.
I do agree with that. And then rather play tit for tat and be like, well, what do you know about black women? You know, don't come at him in that kind of way. Already know his business. Know all about him.
Yep.
Do your research. And then anytime he says something that you don't agree with, you come back with something more intelligent versus, well, you know, the banter.
And pull his card.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really, you know, we all know that your girlfriend's a beard. She probably has a beard. Or your girlfriend's a, you know, whatever. I don't even like the fact that he threw the black girlfriend in there to, like, give him some clout for Cookie and them. Like, she should, Becky, that was your job. That was your job.
She got to leave. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, so so Becky and Xavier, they clashed with this whole Tiana in the song thing. So we discussed this last week. So Tiana says she wants nothing to do with 2 boys fighting in the sandbox. Is she a day late, dollar short?
Well,
She had the girl boy fight, right?
But, you know, Cookie flipped it for her with the little opera thing. I mean, but it is what it is. To me, how are you going to say you don't want to be in a fight between 2 boys when you know who Hakeem was, regardless of all the stuff, and you have your new dude up in your label stream thing where you know Hakeem's going to be, and he's dissing Hakeem in the track, and you're kissing him. What do you think's going to happen?
I agree.
Yeah.
You were slobbing Lil Romeo down on stage, so
You know, that's what's going to happen.
Which
That's
was
what you
disgusting.
want. You don't
Tiana's
see
way
little
too hot
Romeos.
for Romeo.
See.
Jeez.
See.
I liked her
He
better
looked
when
better
she
in
was
person,
dipping
I
on
agree.
on the same team. I liked her better then.
Well,
That's my opinion though.
Okay.
Okay, well, I think she... Shut up. I just think she
you're
just
not here for Tiana.
she just shut up, because I get maybe in the beginning, you know, when you start off a fresh relationship, you kind of have that conversation about your last ex.
Yeah.
And so at first I was defending her last week, where I was like, okay, well, maybe they just had a conversation. They told stories about each other's ex, and then he maybe took it upon himself to use that as an opportunity to make the rhyme. But she had to have been in the studio. She heard the song.
Heard the track.
They rehearsed it. So give her a better storyline. That's all. I'm done.
I agree.
Cookie and Angelo. So, all right. So Angelo invites her to accompany her to hear Gia Copeland, who is performing at the Cooper. Cookie did interrupt him, saying, "Oh, this is the last time I checked, you didn't want me signing on to one of your people or kids." So that makes me wonder: was Angelo in the middle of telling her, like, it's an opera, you need to maybe dress it appropriate? Maybe she interrupted. So many things. So
That's on Portia.
So I was gonna say, who's at fault? So should
Portia.
Okay.
Portia.
But why does Portia still have a job?
Right.
Yeah,
Portia's
God.
a terrible assistant, and you just assumed it was a club. You didn't even check. You've been chit-chatting with Angelo anyway, so you should have those details, you know.
She's good for the show, but her having a job makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm ready for her to go too.
She's good for the show, though.
Yeah.
To me, she's funny. I love the comic relief that she brings. The little bits that she throws in there is funny.
I didn't understand the children singing French, though, in the lobby. Didn't understand that. What is that
I took
for?
it as, like, you know, that nerdy dude who's like, oh, this gonna really sweep off the
So you're gonna
and
exploit.
then you get like 3 little kids, and you like, well, you play the recorder, and
play
then
the triangle.
and then they're like,
Yeah, you're gonna bring somebody's
Is
little
that
kids
the,
to
was that the
exploit them.
xylophone? What is that thing?
A triangle.
oh
Oh no, the one that
That's the xylophone, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That we had when we were elementary. Man, that's cute. I guess it
Yeah,
is
no.
cute, man.
Okay.
Are you signing a permission slip for your child to go on a field trip to Empire to sing to the?
Absolutely, they might sign my cute ass kid.
Apparently not.
Because
Apparently
Cookie was
not.
like, all right, it's good to see you. And they left.
Bye, kids.
Yeah, she was like, oh, okay,
Last
okay.
time we
Nice
tried to
seeing you.
sign one of your kids.
Yeah.
So they get to the Opera House, and so what were your thoughts on the shady women who's mad at Angelo basically breaking up with some girl named Sabrina?
Bridget and I can't remember that.
The
Yeah.
Jack and Jill ladies. I mean, it was. I like that they showed that class of black people because it shows who Angelo is hanging out with. It shows his life and what he's exposed to. And if this backstory is really Angelo, this little dude that she used to date, he changed his name or whatever, you know, they keep showing this little boy. Then it shows how he basically went from the hood, the same neighborhood that Cookie is in, to this whole other life. So, I mean, it was funny that Cookie was in that situation, especially in the bathroom. I like what she did and how she handled herself.
Because she could have beat that
Coulda
ass.
whooped that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I didn't mind the two little the catty old ladies.
What do you guys think about the pretty woman scene reenactment? You know, kind of it was the same thing where she had on the red dress, the opera.
I didn't even think about that.
She had on the red. She had on red like Julia Roberts. It was in the opera, and Julia Roberts also didn't understand the language.
Yeah, sure.
And Cookie took it a little bit further. She was so into it, she stood up and
You
said,
better sing, girl.
Which I thought was great. I mean, that's a credit to how she would react. She was just being herself. It was nice.
Okay, do you guys think Cookie, after the bathroom scene, do you think she should have just left without saying goodbye, or what's your take?
She was uncomfortable and she didn't know if she felt set up. And I feel like Lucious, I can't remember at what point Lucious had mentioned something about him
big
dating.
fella.
Yeah, and that he wants to
run for mayor.
Yeah.
So I feel like all of that was playing in her head and she just kind of felt played in the moment. So Cookie's
Yeah.
very prideful. So she was like, I'm out.
And we low key be dipping out on dudes all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it ain't working out. You go to the bathroom.
No, but I don't blame Cookie for that. You girls could do whatever y'all be doing low key. I do blame Angelo. Find your woman. I mean, she goes to the bathroom. You know, she should. This is your first date. You know what I'm saying? To a certain degree, there should be some undivided attention. You need to know where she is in the room. You also know that she's uncomfortable.
That's
she's
why you're
underdressed.
engaged. I like that. Go ahead.
Soon to be.
Okay.
You heard that, baby? There. Get some points. But find your woman. You should know where she is. You should have a feel for where she is at almost all times.
Agree.
I mean, I absolutely agree. It didn't look like, did he check on her? It's just, Lucious.
She walked past him.
Yeah.
You should have smelled her. If that's my girl, I'm like, baby.
That scent. Well, it's new, but I feel like Lucious has a certain amount of correctness as usual when he says, points out that Angelo dates around a lot and his mayoral ambitions don't really line up with Cookie. So is he really, really thinking of taking her seriously? It's a great question.
It's a question for me too, because if he was dating socialites or whatever they were saying, models and this, that, and the third, very to do women. What's going on inside him right now in this attraction? What's happening here?
Well, you know what? This is my problem with the Cookie and the Lucious conversation before she went on the date, and what made her start spinning. At this point, why is anybody even conversating with Lucious and listening to anything that comes out of his mouth before you go to an event? Like, I'm like, what? At this point, he's like, well, you a next felon. And why is she like, shut up, and then walk away? Like, why aren't we there yet?
Because he knows the buttons to push. He knows how to get into her insecurities.
So then I want to then go in further. So an open discussion. Cookie, since episode 1 or 2, she's been having regrets about this Barry guy. Ever since Lucious put it into the head of when they did the first flashback, there's this guy Barry who she's been dating. So there's a part of me, I feel that Cookie, after you have been with the drug dealer, you go to jail for him for 17 years. You come out, he's with Boo Boo Kitty. Then season 2, he had to marry her for this whole thing with the fit. Like, I think she's had enough. And so when you've had enough of somebody where you're like, I'm tired of your ass, you start to reflect back on, goddamn.
My daddy was right.
And ain't that how it always go?
Yeah.
I should have dated Chris.
Get you a man that lifts you up and won't bring you down.
Yeah. But
Nailed it.
is that settling for something that is lesser than what you actually want, like what you're attracted to?
It can be, but I also think she's truly. I think Cookie is taking this relationship slow. So Angelo has all of the qualities of Barry.
Sure.
We see Cookie's dad, who was like, you the special one. You the special one. The other sisters, y'all ain't so special.
One is dumb, one gonna have some battles.
Yeah.
She got some demons on her.
But we go, but you.
You. It's all on you, baby girl.
And went to prison. No, I think, again, it's not about settling and it's not about regret. Sometimes it's just about reflection.
Yeah.
And it's about, I'm grown as hell. I can't keep doing this dance. And Lucious is a dirtbag for eternity.
Yeah.
At some point, you need to turn the corner on him or just sign up to be punished for the rest of your life. It's a decision. It's either this or that.
Or weigh your options out and see what this Angelo dude is about, which is why you take a chance, you go to his work and she's checking out her options because why? She's freaking tired of Lucious.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. So the flashbacks does make sense. Where is Laretha's daddy now?
I got the feeling he died. Like,
That's what I was
just
thinking.
feel like
He probably
died.
passed away.
It's probably easier for the writers. They're like, no, he'll just be dead.
Yeah.
Well,
Can we talk
just
about
make him dead.
Lucious
Well, they
telling
could've done Rhonda.
telling Angelo?
Yeah, that was-
So basically, I beat Barry up back in the day, and that's who you kind of remind me of. So
I'm gonna beat you up again.
right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
stay the course, or
But Angelo didn't back down. He was like Lucious at some point, he's so delusional that he thinks that he can just punk everybody.
Right.
Like again, Barry, Angelo
Yeah.
could be the same damn person.
Barry,
Who knows?
Angelo.
Angelo very well could have grew up in the streets, but he decided to take a different route. So
Sure.
just like we saw Andre see the hood side come out of him when he got punched by Shine and he took it off and was like, let's go. Angelo will go toe to toe with Lucious.
Yeah. He looks very comfortable within himself too. So
Yeah.
it gives us a little bit of confidence that he might, even though I do know Tay Diggs is like, what is it, 5'4"?
Yeah, he's like 5'6".
Yeah.
5'6",
minor
right there.
detail.
Yeah.
You know.
But for Cookie, Cookie's 5'6", so she just wear flats.
Yep. Then y'all
Cookie
can see
doesn't
eye to
look
eye on the situation.
Cookie's not wearing flats. Did you see her ensemble, division go? Although I still don't understand how she had an outfit that kind of would have worked. For
That's
that.
what I was saying.
But because Portia told her she was going to that new club in Washington Heights, she misstepped.
And you said outfit. So 1990s outfit.
Outfit ensemble.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to Lucious, Jamal, Freda, Philip. Okay. So Andre's a tattletale. So he goes and tells Lucious that Jamal. Well, Jamal went to go see Freda, and he going to go see her again today. So now he's a tattletale.
Well, not Jamal. Andre acts like this when Lucious
that's him,
likes
yeah.
him.
Mm-hmm.
Dad likes me now. Let me say something.
Let me be his best friend.
Right. Let me do whatever he wants because one day he's gonna let me have Empire. No, he not. Andre.
You can't sing, you can't rap.
Yeah.
He's just being loyal. It's the Corleone family now. They're back in the gangster fold. He's just being loyal. He's doing what he does when they're back in that little gangster bonnet.
Now let's have this the Freda Gatson. So what who cares for me, but I have to bring it up because you guys want to know. So open discussion. Y'all can have it.
Lucious got his way again. That's what it boils down to. How are you gonna manipulate it so that now she's going to look crazy forever in the eyes of Lon with the secret she's holding on to? She can't, it's just too much. What are you doing? Yeah. But maybe it'll help Jamal with his PTSD, that or his therapist.
And again,
guy.
why whenever Lucious talks to someone, are they listening and taking him seriously? When he was saying this, I was like, Lucious didn't know. That's probably not true. I was like, that's probably not true. And Jamal was like, you set this up.
Have you
turn around and walk away?
Okay, but let's really dissect Lucious for a second. Or has anybody ever been in a relationship or friendship where the other person has been so controlling, so manipulative, where they can literally say anything and you just you just do it. You just gravitate. No.
No,
Really?
when you know somebody that be lying and that shady, you might still tolerate them and deal with them, but you like, he be lying.
But not in a low class situation, but in a very powerful higher class. Like, they do stuff like this all the time. Like, rich powerful people, they do anything to manipulate people, and they're so good at it, which is why they are so successful.
When somebody throw you in the trash can, you need to make sure you don't believe nothing they got to say.
Yeah, that's true.
Period. Like,
Lucious
just
knows-
turn around and walk away, Jamal.
He knows all their little
He does.
hot points, and he says them, and they just melt. They're just like, oh, all their self-confidence like vanishes.
So that's a good point. So do you guys think that Lucious was lying about the thing about Freda being beat up and that Freda was in on it?
I think it's a lie.
Okay.
I think it's a lie because, again, Lucious didn't even fool with Freda like that to even go in and pitch a deal like that to her. You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm like, he didn't care to do that. She got her ass whooped, and Freda, once it comes out later, Jamal's gonna retaliate in some way or start shading Freda, and then Freda's gonna be like, what do you mean? Why are you doing this? She's like, because you agree with Lucious. And then she's gonna be like, I didn't do this, and we're gonna be back to Lucious be lying.
But he'll do it when he's drunk and pilled out, because obviously that's where he's headed.
So
But he also sings well.
Yeah.
When he
Right, he writes the hits.
so this boy Philip. Okay, so how the hell did he get in prison without the visit? Like, it takes a while to get a visitation pass. How the hell he just show up to the prison with Jamal?
Special privileges for Jamal Lyon? I don't know.
What is taking so long for this relationship? Why just can y'all smash already? Do something? Because what's then on top of that, you show up to his house after dark while he's on the piano playing, and then he asks him a question like, well, you know, am I a bad person? And then he leaves and then sees him with the pills and tells him don't mix the pill and the liquor, and then he leaves. Like, that would have been the perfect opportunity to have a reason to stay. So
Maybe he's playing Shy Brother.
is he playing shy? Is he playing gay so that he can use him? Like, what's going on with the storyline? I need y'all to move it faster. What's going on?
So we're assuming that this guy is gay.
Yeah, he gay. I'm sorry.
I don't.
Jamal is fragile, and he doesn't want to rush him, and he knows that he'll get better traction by, sort of placating him and bringing him along slowly. That's what I think.
I think they could do something to us that would throw us for a loop.
It would be good to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, they can allow this relationship to sort of cultivate itself, and as it grows, Jamal grows in his feelings. Jamal makes a move, and then this guy says, "I'm not gay."
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I got bitches in the car. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on me. I had to come talk to you for the session.
At 10 o'clock
Jamal
at night.
throws back more pills and falls deeper into depression.
Although he just had a boyfriend about 7 days ago at the wedding.
No, I mean, I like Stephaune's perspective on
Yeah, I
the
like that.
storyline, because
That's what I was thinking.
it can't be every season Jamal meets a guy, they meet up at his apartment, he plays the piano and serenades them and gets the draws.
It is happening.
Got
It is
the
happening.
draws,
Or
dog.
it's either at the apartment or back at the studio where he
Right.
serenades them and he sings within the falsetto and they become boyfriend and boyfriend. So,
Falsetto be getting people.
It do.
Falsetto gets them.
That's what Dream said.
Yeah. I was enjoying this break of Jamal not singing.
he be jamming now that he's on drugs.
I mean,
he was jamming before.
The music was good, but I don't like his singing. So it was such a nice breather to not hear him sing.
I did not know that you didn't like his singing.
And then when he starts getting on the piano, I was like, oh, now he's back singing.
Yeah.
Well, it's a musical show.
I
So-
get it, but just break.
Yeah.
About 4 more episodes.
He had a good one with
That was a good number.
with Mariah last episode. I thought that was a good song. But other than
Oh
that,
yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I thought that was very
Mariah's outfit
passionate.
distracted me. I wasn't paying attention to Jamal.
She did come in the studio and what is that? The leotard.
Speaking of
Amazon.
leotard, what's your guys' thought on Tiana's the theme that Cookie used that was inspired from her going to the play? What you guys think about
La
Tiana's
Boheme.
Tiana song?
I like the song. I like how they mashed up the two different genres. But again, with this, with the Tiana storyline, it's pretty formula. So I mean, I expected. That's what I expected.
She's just on stage every week with a couple of lines.
Yeah, she don't really have
I
she don't
feel
fit a lot.
Yeah, they don't. It's like, what are they really gonna do with her?
Well, she had another scene where she was in the office complaining that she didn't want to, be in the middle of two boys in a sandbox. So.
Yeah, but that was like the
Yeah.
same scene that they did with Nessa the week before. Just transposed.
They're like, we'll do that one again, but it's Tiana this time.
Yeah, I hope that they would at least bring Graham back in. Like, what's going on? Hakeem's Romeo.
I thought he would be in this episode.
I thought he would be there, and I think Hakeem said 2 words, and he had the salty face at the when Tiana was performing, but Hakeem didn't have much of a storyline this week either.
Yeah, Romeo should have been back because Hakeem already dropped the diss track, right?
Yeah.
So where you at?
Yeah.
Meek Mill, you gone? Hello?
Twitter fingers or something.
Me? You know what I'm saying? Meek, you out there, Meek? Romeo?
Any other thoughts or comments on any storylines? Did we miss anything?
I don't think so.
I love that they said it's always a black thing.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was like,
happy about that.
That is truth.
Wait, when was this? When
Andre
was
sent
talking
it
to Nessa, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
There's been a lot of pro-black themes and just a lot of messages. This week, last week, you said it last week about the in your face. What did you say?
Which part?
Just the messages of how
woke.
Oh, the woke
Yeah.
messages. Yeah, they're very. It's over. Not over the top, but it's very in your face. But it goes within the storyline. It fits. They're
Sure.
riding the beat very well. I feel like.
And I don't know what they're doing with woke. I don't know if it's a hashtag that's out right now, but they've said woke every episode, at least once.
I think they're trying to stay current with the conversation and the language that's used, because everything is woke. Like, you woke, you too woke, or is she woke enough? So I think they're trying to, at least for that, in that regard, stay on trend as close as they can.
Yeah, but very exciting episode. I enjoyed it. Very entertaining on all aspects. Anything else before we go into predictions?
We're on
I like
hiatus next
seeing
week.
Andre get his sexuality on with Nessa. I'm talking about his
And
game.
Rhonda?
Not the actual sex scene.
The threesome?
But when he started talking to her and he was like telling her about how you don't know your work. He kept getting closer and closer to her facially when he was talking to her about signing. And I was like, this is so. It was
Intense.
It was intense,
They have a
and
lot
it
of
was
chemistry.
like it was really suave for Andre.
I also I think Andre is a better fit for Nessa. Nessa needs a man. She
Yep.
don't need a little boy.
Yeah.
Yep.
And although Hakeem is maybe 20, 21, I don't even think he's 21.
How old is she?
She seemed like she a baby.
She does seem
Yeah.
like a baby, but she's an accountant. She knows her math. She knows her numbers. Like, Hakeem's a boy. Sometimes at that age, a woman, a young
She's
girl,
way more
she
mature.
needs a man that's a little bit older. Hakeem can't. He's
She
an
wouldn't
artist.
respect Hakeem the way that she does for Andre.
Yeah.
Not long term. This
Yeah.
we can see this going somewhere.
Yeah.
But Hakeem is like, we know that's fly by night. It ain't even. It
But
can't
yeah,
work.
we are on hiatus next week for the World Series. They're not showing it next week, so.
Oh,
I
nice.
watch online, so I didn't see that. Any other predictions?
No, I predict that Tay Diggs is the little the
Barry?
little Barry.
He's not Barry.
I
Y'all
don't think he's
tripping.
Barry. I
He's
think
not
he just
Barry.
reminds
He like,
her
I
of
changed
Barry.
my name, and then now he's
Once I got out the
Tay
hood,
Diggs.
I had to be someone else.
I picked Tay Diggs.
Really? You think so?
I just this is Empire.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised.
This
if
is a soap opera.
If
He's
he
not
changed
Barry.
his name and then
I do predict though on that that he's gonna fall for Cookie in the next episode or two, and
Oh.
Cookie,
Tay Diggs.
Angelo.
yeah, Angelo.
He's
Y'all calling him like 6 names.
Yeah, he's already in. He's like
No, but I mean he's really gonna be in.
Okay.
And Cookie's gonna cut it
Got it.
because cut it. Because at the end of the day, Lucious is plugged into every person in his family, and that includes Cookie, and they can never ever get rid of him.
As long as they bring Derek Luke back, I'm straight. I mean, bye, Tay Diggs. No, he cool. I don't. I think they're gonna, for the sake of Cookie having love in her life, I think they might let it flourish.
And Tay Diggs doesn't have anything else to do since
I
his
was-
show was canceled.
Yeah, and he's
Rosewood?
he
No,
was in
Murder in the First.
He has a
did
reoccurring on Rosewood, but Murder in the First is done. So
Dang.
he did mention that I think he is going to be here for a while.
I thought that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they be.
Jill, you have anything?
Yep.
I don't. I'm just excited about Nessa and Andre. I hope that this isn't just a flash in the, for a couple episodes and they move on for it. I'd like to see them develop that.
And my prediction is Shine will die at some point. And it was a refreshing to have Tariq gone just for a week because he's so petty. Yeah. So I'm glad that he took a break. No, seriously.
I forgot all about him.
Yeah, he's so petty. I'm glad that, he's, eating sardines and just relaxing for a second. He's laying low, come back in a couple weeks and then terrorize the family. All right.
Also, on the last prediction, sorry, I know you want to get out. I think that there's still a chance for the Jew kid, what's his name?
Javier.
Javier, excuse me to all the Jewish people out there. I didn't mean like the Jew kid in a negative way. I just meant it to slip up and his job to get taken.
By who? Becky?
By Becky.
Yeah, that totally makes sense because if she leaves, then
it's gonna be a problem
because she is a series regular. So what is she gonna do? I mean, she's contracted, so they need a storyline. So I do think at some point she will eventually play the game.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how far he's gonna go with this whole thing.
Yeah, he can't because that's where you're gonna mess up.
Yeah.
You're gonna make a mistake there because it's just not you authentically. You can't just manufacture that, bro. It just don't work like that.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Well, let everyone know where you could be found on social media. Stephaune.
Yes, I want to say shout out to Rhonda for dying, but still staying on the show. That's for actors. That's big. Y'all gonna kill me?
No, that's huge.
I'm gonna still be here this next season though. I'm Stephaune. Y'all can find me everywhere, all social media at I am Stephaune.
You can find me on all social media at Kennelia. Also, I would like everybody to know that because we are for the World Series next week, I didn't know that. So this probably, most likely, will be my last AfterBuzz TV after show for the 2016-2017 season. I don't know what the future holds, which I know Power's still my show. But I will be on TV doing other endeavors. Check me out in ABC 10 Sacramento. Morning news.
Big time.
Out here in the streets. So, you guys can follow me on, like I said, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Kennelia. You can also check out my podcast with Emil and Sophia Stanley, Happy Hour, A Shot of Conversation, available on iTunes and all apps where podcasts can be heard.
And I'm Jill Munroe. You can follow me at Stiletto Jill on all apps and check out JacksonStilettoJill.com for all your sports and pop culture gossip.
And you can find me on all social media at Bamm Ericsen. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. Again, we want to wish the best to Kennelia.
Yes.
That is just major accomplishment to be able to move to Sacramento for the news. So congratulations. We wish you the best. And we won't be back next week, but you'll see us in 2 weeks. So thank you guys for watching AfterBuzz TV for Empire Season 3. We'll see you guys soon. Thank you. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.